we'll just do this quick little thing. Hey YouTube, how you doing, by the way? Because I'm gonna clip this and put this
I'm
on
gonna
the
clip
YouTube
my
channel.
balls.
I'm gonna clip my dick off. Anyway, speaking of important things. So, this is a big announcement. Yes, Alex is pregnant,
You're welcome.
but we're gonna a big announcement as far as how we're gonna do stuff on the channel. Now, if you're a Twitch viewer, this isn't gonna affect you at all, but this is important for YouTube people. So essentially, what it happened was I told Alex this the other day, where I contacted John YouTube himself and got some insight into how algorithm works. And basically, what happens is they like it when you have sort of very similar, same type of content, like on your channel, and what the future kind of is, and this has already this has already happened with a lot of content creators, is where they have different channels for different shit. So what I'm basically getting at is we're gonna have different channels for different types of videos. First and foremost, and this is most important, the podcast is now going to be on its own channel on the Juice Podcast. Here, let me get the linky to it real quick. I have to switch from my unflavored chips YouTube.
Yeah, there's not going to be like a difference in the On the Juice content. It's just going to be in a different channel.
Yeah, it's just, this is, I think it's gonna, I said this too to Alex, where I think it's gonna be a bit of a pain in the ass for us and the fans at first, because it is gonna hurt us in the algorithm very slightly for a bit, and it's probably gonna be pissed off some fans because they're gonna be like, oh, where's the podcast and stuff. But it's going to be, I think the benefit long term is great, because I think once people get used to it, it's going to be easier for people too, because there is different people who come like, oh, I'm a podcast person, I'm a Kingdom Hearts person, and it's like more like centralized and stuff like that. So there's the podcast.
For the YouTube people, and I'm saying this so Austin will remember, there's going to be a link in the description to the On the Juice channel.
Yes, there will be a link to everything I'm about to mention, but also too, I just want to say thanks to viewers and stuff, because a lot of people helped us out where they're saying what type of content they like. So basically, Robot Juice is, okay, I just want to also too, I want to really hammer this in people's head. We're not like switching up the type of content we do, it's just where it goes. So if you're worried about stuff disappearing or stuff like that not happening, that's not the case. It's just you have to go to a different channel, which we've been doing that, like how we have VODs and clips and stuff like that. But basically, Robot Juice, the main channel, is going to be a couple types of videos where it's the Kingdom Hearts / like Resident Evil playthrough, edited funny moments, co-op where it's like Lego Batman Battlefront, where there's not as much editing, but it's like funny, us fucking around, and then a lot of like the spaghetti stuff where it's like, oh, maybe a silly game or something like that we play. Reddit and memes also too, I want to make this clear, it's still going to remain on the main channel, because most videos we do is 10 to 20 minutes. They're in that time and they do good views. Second thing is, and this is a big announcement, is there's another channel I'm giving you guys. Wow. Let me burp real quick also. But this is called Robot Juice Extra Juicy. So the plan for Robot Juice Extra Juicy is going to be sort of a more like edited down highlight channel is the best way I could describe it. For example, I'm going to be releasing a video eventually where it's going to be, oh, we watched all the Fred Cinematic Universe and it made us gay or something like that. And it's going to be like an edited down from the movie night. It's a bit different. I thought of doing videos like this, but of course it wouldn't be appropriate on the Robot Juice channel. So basically, yeah, it's just going to be like, oh, edited down streams or something like that. Did the stream just go down? No, I think it's fine.
Yeah. It's fine. And this is not because we're changing our content or doing anything. It's just that Austin figured out from the email or whatever that we were getting killed in the algorithm because of the different watch times in accordance to our video, because it's not based on watch time percentage, it's just raw watch time. And because podcasts are so much longer than the rest of our content, it was screwing over the smaller videos, because average watch time for a podcast was like 30 minutes. but you can't watch 30 minutes of a 15-minute video.
Yes. And it doesn't help too. What also doesn't help is because longer videos don't get as many views as the other ones. So that, and the thing was with YouTube, they said this where it's like, oh, they like a consistent amount of like views and stuff like that, because they figured it's like, oh, if one video gets a lot of views and the next one doesn't, they're kind of like, all right, you're a one hit, you might be a one hit wonder. Do we really want to recommend you? And I think that's kind of why we're trying to separate the different types of content. So, and also too, I want to make a point. If there's other people asking questions on the Reddit and such about this, like, oh, what happened to the podcast? What happened to this? What is this? What is that? Please help them out. I know there's some lovely people who do that before, where a change happens and people aren't informed. This is why, too, I'm going to put this on YouTube, because I really don't want people in the dark about this.
Is this going to be up soon?
Yes, I will probably, because this is going to be really easy to upload. I could probably even put it up like shortly after the stream ends, and I get the VOD. I can rip the VOD. It's honest to God, the most time will take. It's going to take a bit for me to download the VOD, and then I could just quickly render sound and put it up there. So
since this is going to be put up soon, so we'd add the other announcement in here that we're doing.
What announcement? I'm fucking stupid and I can't remember what.
The thing you're having me do right now that I haven't gotten to because I ended up moving like a 140-pound dresser and other furniture around all day.
Oh, yes. So, this is gonna really help us too. If there's anyone in the audience who has any specific moments and clips they want to see, please send them in, because for two reasons. One, it will help me with the clip channel, which is doing very well. Thank you guys for that. And that helps because people will see clips and be like, oh, this is funny, I want to check out more Robot Juice. But I'm going to be making a channel trailer, because that is, I think, is important to have. And I probably put it on the I think you could have a thing for Twitch too. So I'll be making that, and basically what I want is like moments that you think is really funny. And if the idea behind it is if someone who didn't know what Robot Juice saw would be like, oh, okay, sort of get the essence and be like, that I want to watch something like that. Get viewers who...
Yeah, so essentially what we're looking for is a bunch of really short, funny clips.
Yes.
It doesn't matter if they're like funny out of context, that's kind of the point actually. But we're going to make like a minute 30, 2-minute video as a channel trailer. So even if you can't like just clip it yourself, you can just go on Reddit and put like this video and the time code from like here to here. Like that'll work.
If you just like seriously, you don't even have like... If you clipped it, like actually clip the video and upload it to Reddit or something like that and send it to me, that'd be great. Like that would really help out. But if you literally just say, here's a time code for the moment, like from this to this, that it also is like amazing, because it's just, I can take it real quick and then use it for that. And like I said too, even after I upload the trailer, then it will work for the clip channel, because not only will it help people find specific clips they like, because I see that a lot too with some communities, like, oh, I remember this moment. Remember when Alex like literally shit himself and died on stream? Like, does everybody have a clip of that? That could help out for people. And it's like, oh, here's a link. Here's the clip. It's just on the clip channel. Also, too, this is gonna be something that happens not immediately, but this is gonna be a little bit from now, where Pie Cake is gonna be working with me on making a like best of series. I don't know if it's gonna be on his channel or not, but it'll be like, oh, best of Kingdom Hearts, or if it's like sort of a compilation, like, oh, every time we say do the Arnold come shit, I'm coming, I'm shitting, I'm farting, stuff like that, because that could, I think, be a good idea for you people. Someone just donated.
Ooh, I'll tell you, just donated. It's Mr. Poopy Butthole with 217. Says, no offense, but isn't this what you said was a problem with Outsiders Gaming having a bunch of channels?
Not directly. The problem wasn't having a bunch of different channels to run. The problem, well, there's two problems.
It was a bunch of different people.
Yeah, it was like a bunch of, there was no like central theme to it. There was like, it was just all this discombobulated. It was just honest to God channels for the sake of channels, like, and the content really was like really different to the point where it's like, oh, Robot Juice movie review, or not Robot Juice, like redacted gaming review, redacted gaming news. It's like all this shit where it doesn't make sense to have that.
And
this is yeah.
It's the main problem was we made this stuff before we made the content, Like there was never any content on these channels. This is us taking our content and moving it out to the channel. Like On the Juice already exists and it's still gonna be a thing. We're just pushing it somewhere else, as opposed to making an entirely new channel and trying to make something for that.
Yes, that was that's because I see a lot of other, like I said, a lot of other YouTubers doing this, where it's just we already have a plan sort of with this, and that was the problem with all those other channels, which is like, oh, all this shit, but now we actually know, like, okay, this is what we want to do with this is what we want to do with that. And I think the big difference is, I'm gonna make this clear too, it's not gonna be like, oh, all of this is just right away like shoving it down people's throat. I think we're going to sort of take it slower and sort of ease people into this, where it's like, hey, keep shouting out the On the Juice stuff, and like I said, with the best of and stuff like that, that's going to take some time to get for us to get that up and running and get some videos and stuff before we really like officially, like, it's a launch now, but there's not going to be like a bunch of stuff coming out for like extra juicy and best of and quite yet. But the podcast, yeah.
So just to summarize quickly, the difference is we already have this content and we're going to do this content. We're just putting it out in a different way, as opposed to before, where we just kind of made it for the sake of making it, and then we'll just do it later.
Yes, that was a big mistake too, because even like now, with doing this content, I don't know how the fuck you could find time to do all that shit. Like, there's no way to do that. But like I said, I cannot stress this enough. It's not changing the content. It's still the same shit. So don't get worried. We're not changing. We're not radically changing. We're not doing anything.
Yeah, and
crazy.
You don't have to worry about like remembering all these like channel names and whatever, because the plan is for the channel banner on the Robot Juice channel, it's just gonna list all of our different other YouTube channels that you can go check out.
Yes, and I will also too, if you want direct links under the channels tab on the Robot Juice, they'll be listed there along with VODs and clips. But the problem is for some reason it won't let me add them yet. I figured maybe because I created them pretty recently or something like that, or because I don't have enough subscribers. So once I can get that working, but yeah, we'll have links. I'll make sure I'll even add them below if you're watching on Twitch and such, and in the description. So yeah, I almost just hit the stop streaming button because for some reason I thought we were recording a video. Jesus Christ.